Hey, darlings. So, today I want to talk about how I had an interesting time with a certain plant. So, this plant has different things that it does for people, different benefits. And I hadn't really used said plant before, but I've had friends that have said, hey, it really helped me with anxiety. And I have anxiety. I was thinking, I'm curious. Because in some ways, this plant is legal where I'm at. I'm like, So I was thinking, well, how should I take said plant? You can take it in through the lungs. And I was thinking, no, my lungs are pretty sensitive. I was like, what if I make a tea? A little tea, just a little herbal tea. So a friend came over and we cooked it in the oven at a low temperature for a while. That releases some of the goodness. And then we crushed it into little pieces, stuck it in like a nut milk bag, and stuck it in some almost boiling water for 15 minutes. We didn't know what we were doing, but we tried that. And then I had the tea and I was thinking, tastes pretty good. I like the smell of said plant, the taste of said plant. And so I had that and not really a whole lot happened. I was thinking, do I feel a little bit more relaxed? Do I feel maybe slightly giggly? Maybe, but I don't actually know if it's me thinking I should feel these things because I had the tea. And so when my friend and I were done, they said, hey, are you going to hold on to the bits? After we strained out the tea, the little solid bits. And I was thinking, oh, are these still usable? Did the water pull out all the goodness? And we didn't know. So I just set the pieces out. And then the next morning, I had a little bit of the flowery part of the plant because there's some stems in there. Because you can't do much with those apparently, but we used them in the tea. So I had a little bit of the flowery stuff just chewed on it. I was like, that's weird tasting. That's strange. And not a whole lot happened. Didn't really notice anything. So I'm thinking, interesting. Then yesterday, I take one of the stems, like yay big. And the stems, apparently, like I said, aren't supposed to have a whole lot in there. They're just a stem. They're not a flower or anything. Just a little nub of nothing. I don't know why I decided to eat it, but I did. And it was not very good. It was kind of rough and tough. And so I had that. And when I was folding laundry, which I have not finished yet, and I was in this moment, and then that moment kind of dragged a little bit into almost a dream. And I was thinking, that's kind of funny. And keep folding again. Drifting off into a dream. But I'm awake. I was thinking, that's really weird. Maybe I should not fold laundry. And then it got worse and worse. And it felt like I couldn't stay in reality. And I was kind of freaked out. And so I messaged a friend of mine. And I'm like, help! I don't know what happened, but I am feeling this way. And I am freaking out. And they said, okay, you're fine. You're not dying. You're okay. It'll be fine. You take some of this other kind of the plant, something else that comes from it, that can help counteract it. Maybe have some pepper. Maybe sniff that. That can help. And so I'm like, okay. And then I sneeze and I get some in my eye, some pepper. I tried laying down. I actually kind of crawled under my desk to see if that would help. That did not help. Laid down on the carpet. That did not help. Tried to sleep. Nope, that did not help. And so I messaged my friend. I said, hey, will you please take me with you for part of the day? Because I love this friend. And so I'm like, if I'm in a scary situation, if I can at least be with this person I love, maybe it will be better. Maybe hanging out with them will counteract the feeling of not being in reality. Because it was impossible to focus. Because it was just, I was here. And then suddenly it was like, reality was these snapshots. And I would get into a snapshot and I would start dreaming. And then I'd kind of jolt and be like, oh, that wasn't real. And then it would happen again and again. And so the sweet thing is, so my friend picked me up They're super awesome. And I was just very dizzy too. That was one of the parts that was not good feeling. And so I couldn't even look at them really when they're driving. I had to stare like straight ahead and I had to keep breathing deeply. And they gave me some Dramamine. And they would be talking and then I would drift into a dream and I'd jolt awake and then I'd be like, oh, you're here, you're not a dream. And then I was really happy about that because I dream about them a lot. But they were there in actual reality. And it happened many times and I had that exact same thought where I would just drift, come back and be like, oh, you're actually here. So my brain was very sweet while in that special place that I was in. And yeah, that lasted a good, like the very uncomfortable feeling part lasted at least 2 or 3 hours. And I felt weird for like 12 hours from a stem. Is that a thing? That should not be a thing. Is that a thing? Because it doesn't make sense from what I know. I'm a little freaked out. Because part of me would be like, oh, I'm just very sensitive. I just burped, excuse me. But yeah, I would, part of me like, oh, just sensitive. But yeah, if I had the tea, not much happened. If I ate some of the floury part, nothing happened. Why? Why the stem? Why? So probably not going to do that again. That wasn't very fun. Like once the terrible part wore off, then I was like, oh, okay, I get it. This is like, okay. But the very deeply in it, no, thank you. Not today. Or any day. So that's my story. If you'd like to share your story, feel free. And I'm done. Okay, bye.